Do you guys hear that? That's right, no construction. The kids are in school. There's no contractors here. My assistant called in sick for today. So what better day for me to give you a house update now that we've been moved in for about 2 weeks. I feel amazing. Besides not creating content for the past 2 weeks, I feel like so calm. Really at peace here. Today's video is less about design and more about the feng shui flow of my home and the art of settling in. Oh my gosh, you guys. I can't tell you how comfortable it is in my home. I love it here. The things that I focused on after our move-in date were very essential. Number one, it was all about function and the feng shui flow. I needed to make sure that the space planning included all of the furniture that we already had. I did not buy anything new. I stopped all construction. I stopped the design. I mean, I'm going to give you an update on the kitchen at the end of this video, but right now it's all about just getting settled. Number two was all about storage and organization, creating a space for everything and having everything in its place. The one thing that makes me the most unsettled is just a disorganized home. Before we even moved in, I probably took that 4 to 5 weeks to move all of my clothes in, especially the seasonal items. I purchased these really huge metal storage racks for the garage because I knew that as we're moving all of our things from one place to the next, I needed a landing zone. I cannot stand living in a pile of boxes. So the move-in date was auspicious because we were already settled. The furniture was already here. My clothes were already in the closet. And the day that we moved in was really just about a day to like rejoice and be with the family. And number three, which is very essential, is understanding room routines. I'm going to take you on a tour throughout the house so you can see how I've planned all of the furniture. I mean, most of the pieces that we have in the home are not going to stay here. I'm probably going to say, 50-50. The dining room is where it's going to be, but the dining table and the sofa is not in the position that I imagined because I haven't designed it yet. This sectional that I'm sitting on used to live in my home office, and now it is the centerpiece of our living room, which is very intentional for me. Before, it was only me using that office space. I felt like it was such a waste of a beautiful sectional, which is from Sixpenny, by the way, and no one was using it, so I framed this sectional in an L shape so that everywhere that you sit on the sectional would have a beautiful view of our backyard. Let me take you to the dining room. Originally, I was going to have the dining table centered in the space. And then after seeing our view, I was like, you know what? I really love the idea of putting our old sofa here so that when you're seated here, you can have this incredible view. What it does is also open up this landing space so that I could place a sideboard here and frame a mirror on top. I mean, we're not there yet, but the main issue with this configuration is that there's also an air register here, so there's no way I can keep this sofa. So is this going to stay? Absolutely not. But I do love the idea. It's really important to place your furniture in a way where you can live with it for a little bit, see how you like it, see how you don't, and really just optimize the space so it functions exactly as you've designed. This jade sideboard, you'll remember from my old lounge, this probably won't live here either because what I've realized is that the sideboard that I placed over here is actually too high. It's actually also a little bit bulkier for this space. I feel like I'm going to move the jade console over there, but I'm not in a rush. Right now is really just about feeling out the house and deciding what fits where, which is going to change 1,000%. You will also notice that there is no lighting, no overhead lighting in the space. I actually killed all of the overhead lighting because it wasn't in the location that I imagined or how I wished to design it. When I got rid of the popcorn ceilings, it was the time to kind of just flush everything so it's nice and clean and is ready for a brand new design. I really love this home because of the closed concept aspect. I actually barely did any structural changes to the house. This is the original wall. This is the original pocket door that opens into the kitchen. So we have this completely sectioned off because I stopped construction. After that entire like chemical spill debacle that happened on my original auspicious move-in date, I just needed a minute. I needed a minute to collect my thoughts and just sit with my family and just be still. That date taught me everything that I needed to know about Feng Shui. There's a lot of things that are out of your control, but the one thing that you can control is your energy. How do you feel about a space? How do you feel about an auspicious date? The date doesn't feel so auspicious anymore when you don't feel so good inside. As I'm settling in and getting all of that feel good energy back, I will be ready for this kitchen, and hopefully it will be done in the next couple of weeks. Let's take you to the entry zone, which looks a little bit crazy right now, but this is what's happening in real time. No, I am not leaving my Hulk in here. Right now, it's acting as our landing laundry space because every single day I'm taking laundry to our old house because we don't have our appliances installed yet. What I did do on the first day that we moved in was set up the altar, which was very important to me because I wanted to be able to pray to my deities, my ancestors. There's grandma. Hi, grandma. And also, bring in all of the auspicious energy for our home, especially while we're living through construction. We are now standing in the family room, which is right off the kitchen. And this is designed so that I have my really huge fold-out sectional here. I love this piece. This is one of those pieces where once I'm done designing the home, I'm going to reupholster it in like a fun, like loud pattern fabric, which is always what I've imagined for this space with like dark, moody walls. But I'll turn this around and show you the rest of the space and what my design intention is. We've got our sectional in here. This is going to be the family room, and I have all of my old furniture here. You'll see that I haven't painted the walls at all. Like I said, like all of this has been untouched. I don't want to do anything with construction and the kitchen until I understand how the home lives and breathes. Right now, I have the girls with their like makeshift breakfast tables here. We've got 2 TVs here because they just love being in the same room and we love to keep our family together. We've got all of their little toys, gadgets, Mario Kart here. I mean, you guys, these are the essentials. This is a family home. I killed all the lights, and right now we're only using like really strategic lamps all over the house. It's really moody, it's very vibey, and I'm into it. Until I have appropriately designed this space, I'm not doing anything to the ceilings. I just don't believe in paying twice for something that you're going to demo. While you're under construction, I never advise for the contractors or yourself to use the AC because all of that dust is going to be blowing in the ductwork and back into your home. Beyond the family room is my husband's office. Not quite as tidy as I am, so right now he's kind of just using this space as a dump zone. We have a pool bathroom in there and the pièce de résistance, our makeshift kitchen, which has been very, very functional. I'm going to show you everything that we have in here. It's essentials only, okay? Breville coffee maker. We've got my ice machine here, which we haven't used. Microwave, air fryer, and here is my kitchen/library. We've also got all of the plateware here, but here's all the metal racks. This is the first thing that I prioritized moving in. I needed to make sure that we had everything really organized down to all of my decor, which is very important because I didn't want anything breaking through transit. So we actually didn't have any of the movers move all the small items. They just came and moved all the big furniture. I have these terracotta pots that are in my atrium right now. Probably weighs like 1,000 pounds each. They got that in and I was just so happy. Remember that it's all about function and really understanding how the room breathes and moves. Right now, you'll see that everything is just clean. It's very tidy. It's very important for me to have a place for everything and for my kids and my husband to know how to tidy things up. I just don't believe in spending like all day cleaning a house. For me, it's like 5 minutes tidying up each room and then you're out the door and on to your next activity. Okay, we are moving into the primary, which as you can see is rather massive. This is a lot bigger than what I was dealing with before. One of the first things that's gonna go is this mirror. Mirrors are a huge feng shui no-no in the bedroom because it creates too much energy for a place of rest. Kids will tell you, literally they're dancing in here like all night long, right before bedtime. I'm like, hey girls, you guys need to go to sleep. But right now we're co-sleeping. We've actually been co-sleeping since they've been born. We all fit on this cow king bed, okay? But I do have a little makeshift foam mattress on the side because sometimes the girls, they want to feel like independent and they want their own space. And then sometimes they actually fall out of bed, you know, so I need a soft landing space for them. Now, I am not even embarrassed to show you this side of the primary bedroom because this is essential, okay? You need to be able to understand how do you use a space, and then you design the appropriate storage and organization tools and spaces for you to be able to house all of your belongings, okay? Like my dresser has become a drop-off zone. I have these foam mattresses that the girls like love to build a fort with. I imagine having a love seat here that pulls out into like a sofa bed because in the future, I want to place like a very low console here. I might even design an entire something, you know, some sort of cabinet dresser for my wardrobe because clearly I don't have enough storage space. But this is why I'm not in a rush to kind of like move things around or design things around a space that I haven't even learned how to live in yet. We've also got our primary bathroom in here. And one of the first things I did was organize all of the closets. That was so important to me because I needed a space for all of my clothes. I don't want to be reduced to like a pile of rubble like this, okay? This does not make me feel calm. Definitely the next item that I need to prioritize, you know, what's happening in my primary bedroom so it could be a place of calm and rest. But shout out for this view, you guys. This is what I wake up to every morning. I mean, after I pull up the blinds, which is also another thing that has to go. It is so heavy. It always gets stuck on each other, you know, it catches. I imagine having like really beautiful shears here and like blackout drapery, but I'm not there yet. Once we got rid of the popcorn ceilings, like you see, I haven't even painted anything. I didn't paint any of the rooms because I just felt like if I left it alone, that is going to give me that little extra push that I need to really understand the space and how it's going to naturally evolve. Okay, now let's move on to the hallway and what we've got going on in here. You know, I brought some strategic plants over. I have my kids' photos up. But this landing space for me is all about the girls. I've got their toys in here, their books in here. I have a charging station here for some of my handheld vacs. This is how I know that I need to create like another landing zone. This ice cream cart is not gonna live here. But I love that I have the girls' weekly schedule here, some more plants. But you see how I have this huge cupboard right here? Right now, it's holding all of our essential items. But I'm gonna take a step back so you guys can kind of understand. Wouldn't that be a beautiful spot for an open shelf niche that's backlit? We have family photos in there. It kind of invites and draws your eyes in, and it's gonna create such a moment for this long hallway. So next I'm gonna take you to the girls' room and the playroom, which ironically is like two of the most tidy, cleanest rooms in the home because they don't use it. So this is the girls' bedroom / guest room. Since we're still co-sleeping, they don't sleep in here at all, but they do come in here to play, bounce around. All of their items from the old room made it here, including the dresser that I DIY'd, painted, and then I applied all of this really beautiful fabric to. This closet shelf is from the walk-in closet that I installed for them in their previous room. They have a closet system over here which has already been outfitted with all of their clothes. I make it very functional. The bottom shelf is for Khalees so that she can access it. Upper items and the far to reach places are for like seasonal items and dress up. Right here, I imagine putting maybe like a low dresser. I also want to get another frame TV in here just so that guests have a space to kind of retreat to, watch TV. Moving on into their playroom. I mean, look at this, you guys. I'm actually very proud of this playroom. It gets such beautiful natural light. I mean, why do I have a bed in here? Because it's essential for me to create a guest room or a makeshift one in every single room in the home. We have a big family. We have lots of friends that love to stay over. I mean, no one's been here yet. This is what I imagine, that my home is just like a comfortable, cozy environment to welcome all guests. We're heading into my office, which is directly across from the playroom, okay? And don't judge. I know you're going to, but this is exactly what I have going on. I have 3 full closets in the home, and every single closet is filled with my stuff, my apparel, and the girls' clothes in their room. So this pile of rubble that you see right here is all of my husband's clothes. These are seasonal items, but my intent is to create like a makeshift walk-in closet in one of the bays of our garage. I mean, it sounds very loopy, but I feel like once I'm done with it and I create like a laundry room in there as well, it's going to be the sickest looking room in the entire home, especially since it gets my old mirror that stands 9 feet tall because there's no other space in the home that can hold that mirror. First thing that I do in my office is I come and I open up these sliding doors. They're so beautiful. I have this incredible view of the atrium and the bonsai that I've grown to really love and nurture. Every time I look out, I'm just like, oh, look at my cute little bonsai. She has like all of this new growth and it just makes me happy. I always keep this closed and then I sit here and in the morning, all the doors are closed and then I have my headphones on and I just meditate. You're going to have to excuse the mess because I also haven't been working here. I've been pulling my laptop with me kind of all over the house. So this is also like dump zone number 2. But I do want to get this completely set up. And you'll also notice that I am sitting in a command position. So the command position in a home office always dictates that you have a full view of who is coming in and out of the entry door. I could have also put my desk facing this way so that I could have a view of both the street and the atrium. I sat in here for a couple of days and kind of swiveled the office chair around. Just thought, what was the most optimum view for me to feel good in this space, to feel productive, to feel creative? And this was it. I really wanted to look out to my atrium. I have sliding mirror doors right here, which are going to be replaced with some sort of fabric treatment on the mirrors. Mirrors reflecting a desk are also a huge Feng Shui no-no because it's just too much active energy when you should be concentrated on the work at hand. They always say that mirrors double all of the energy in the space. Okay, so imagine, look, I have paperwork here, I have files, I have bills. Like, do you want to double that energy? I don't think so. So what I imagine is this really incredible mood board where I could put up all of my, content creation ideas, my client projects, and it just becomes a source of inspiration for me in my home office. So even though it looks like this right now, give me some time, you guys. Okay, give me some time. It's gonna be glorious by the time I'm done with it. Now that we've been here for a couple of weeks, I understand how I want my family to use the space. What's most important to me is function first. After that, it's all about storage and organization. And of course, the most important part is I just want it to be cozy, comfortable. Can't tell you how important that is, really just to create the ultimate sanctuary that nourishes you and nurtures you from within. I want to teach you how to create and design a space that really allows you to become the best versions of yourself. And I want you to see my growth and transformation in the process. The renovation race was so crazy. I gave myself 30 days, not just to renovate, because I know that design is not a race to the finish. I understand that. It was really more about challenging myself to create content, a diary of this renovation process. I really wanted to get our family in on May 24th. We ended up moving in on June 5th, which was just like not even 2 weeks afterwards. But I stopped all construction. I was making like one design move per day. I wasn't rushing. Get the trim, the baseboard, the molding, the stone, like all of the heavy lifting had already been done. And now it's time for the details. And the details can wait. My kitchen can wait, but my family cannot. Even though we have a makeshift kitchen, I'm washing dishes in the sink of our hall bathroom, which is not the most ideal situation, of course. I feel like I'm gonna look back on this time with like really fond memories because it took us so long to get here. And now that we're here, I just wanna savor and slow down and really just have the time to reflect and create and just be. I'm so excited for this next chapter and to take you all along this journey with me. What you're going to see in the next couple of weeks is my thought process. It's about building a foundation for your family. You check off the most essential aspects of creating a home first, and the rest is gonna fall into place. Thank you so much for joining me on today's home tour, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.